Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'll be sharing with you one of the most scandalous events that happened in the world, which is One Malaysia Development Berhad, better known as 1MDB.
1MDB is a strategic development company that aims to establish new ideas and harvest new sources of growth. By attracting foreign investors that have opportunity, they plan to make them invest in 1MDB. This is so that Malaysia would achieve its development growth like Wawasan 2020.
Some of its targets were international finance centers, power plants, oil fields, and major development zones.
Formerly, 1MDB was known as Terengganu Investment Authority (TIA) in 2008 to promote the coastal state of Terengganu to foreign investors. However, in July 2009, it got amended to 1MDB just 4 months after Najib Razak became the 6th Prime Minister. Since Najib is also the Minister of Finance, he is the sole signatory of 1MDB. He also worked alongside Joe Low, who is an advisee to the 1MDB board. Major companies also took part in this investment. For instance, Petro Saudi, Goodstar Limited, Goldman Sachs, Aba Investments PJS, and Genting Group. However, in 2015, suspicions started to arise regarding the 1MDB funds. Throughout the world, investigations have unveiled major corruption and money laundering. An estimate amount of $4.5 billion is said to have been siphoned from 1MDB, involving two major players, which were Najib Razak and Joe Low.
Turns out, most of the funds from 1MDB were siphoned into Najib Razak's personal bank account.
There were also large donations made to charities that are linked with Najib. Some speculations said that this money was spent on his families. For example, Rosmah Mansor, the wife of Najib Razak, is said to have spent millions on lavish bags and jewellery. Furthermore, $1 billion was borrowed from a pension fund to develop a hotel management school. No such institution were built, and the money again went straight into his bank account. Anyone that threatened Najib asking about 1MDB funds were thrown out of his cabinet. This is what happened to Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, Najib's former deputy prime minister. The cabinet was reshuffled, and also judges and lawyers were replaced to those who believed in him. Joe Low, on the other hand, was living in posh. Over $700 million from 1MDB's dealings with Petro Saudi was put into his personal bank account. He funded the Oscar-nominated film The Wolf of Wall Street, which is quite ironic. Some funds were laundered throughout financial institutions in the US, Singapore, Switzerland, and Luxembourg. He also got himself luxury real estate in New York, Beverly Hills, and London, and a luxury hotel in Beverly Hills. A super yacht called the Equanimity was also one of his expenses. Bribery, money laundering, embezzlement, abuse of power were involved, and many countries were also involved in this scandal. This is why it takes years upon years to uncover this kleptocurrency, which is also known as a white-collar crime. After Najib Razak was proven guilty for misusing the funds of 1MDB, the political world went into chaos. Malaysia has now shifted in power, where the ruling party lost to the opposition party. Since then, the government has shifted so many times to the point where in 5 years, 3 prime ministers were elected. The citizens have lost their trust in the government, and foreign investors no longer feel secure in investing in the country. As we know, we have to pay back the 32 billion ringgit debt for 1MDB, which we as the citizens have to bear. Some forecasters said that only by 2040 we will finish paying said debt. As the world is facing a massive inflation and the citizens are living in poverty, how do we pay back such an exorbitant amount?
Malaysia is now popular with bribery, corruption, and misuse of power.
Is this what we want others to see Malaysia as? That said, leaders need to be responsible and free of corruption, since they were elected and given responsibility by the people. They cannot act falsely and misuse their power for their own benefit and those around them.
Therefore, let us create a better Malaysia today.